G'day and welcome to Game 3 of this Best of 5 Grand Final in the Chinese regional qualifiers between RNG and XtremeGaming. RNG have taken the first two series in games that were relatively even and then just went off a landslide. Last game we had a bristleback that was dealing over 1,000 damage a hit. So they just know their timings, RNG, and they're playing them to perfection at the moment. XtremeGaming have shown they have the potential to play well. They have the potential to win games. They know how to win games. They have heroes and players on these teams that can do what they need to do to win. But RNG have just outclassed them initially. Initial bans for this game 3, the Primal Beast and Batrider for RNG, Death Prophet to begin with, and the Puck. So once again, eliminating that Puck, not allowing that one to come through, and with a Marcy first pick for RNG. So eliminating the Batrider, that single card control, plus the vision, and just disruption in the fight with the Primal Beast. Primal Beast has been proving to be very, very strong. So even out of the mid lane has been picked quite a lot.
10 seconds remaining.
So that will be removed from the hands of both teams this game. And interestingly, RNG took a long time on that second ban. Took a long time on that second ban to decide on the Batrider. They already used about a minute of their reserve time, so they were really thinking hard about what their initial plan in this draft is. Enigma will be picked from Xtreme this time again. So hopefully they don't leave Avenge in the draft, or even pick Avenge yourself. That'd be pretty cool. Go the Enigma Avenge as the first two picks.
Radiant team pick.
Earth Spirit. Okay. So RNG have an opportunity here to pick the Venge, but no, they go straight for the Bristle. Now, XtremeGaming, they can ban Venge, they can ban Beastmaster. They can get rid of these heroes that can cancel this black hole. If you're picking Enigma, you want the be-all and end-all
10 seconds remaining. Dire team
ultimate in this game. And if it gets easily cancelled, you're really not leveraging that spell.
Radiant team back.
Faceless Void taken out once again from RNG. So this initial draft looking pretty similar to game 2, just with the difference of Marcy in the first 4 picks. Rubik removed once again, countering the black hole. So Rubik taken out. Let's see if XtremeGaming leave the Venge available. RNG soaking a lot of their reserve time to get these initial bans right. Ban the Ursa. So they did identify that Ursa was an issue for Bristleback last game. The physical damage coming through was enough to break through this Bristleback. It was only when he got the Satanic and his own Basher that he could turn around and fight late game against the Ursa.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
So XtremeGaming have some decisions to make here with their draft. Do they want to try and kite this Bristleback? Do they want to outmaneuver the Bristleback? Do they want to just straight up man fight the Bristleback with their own heavy hitting carry? These are decisions they have to make. PA is still in the draft, and I would think would be picked by Xtreme if it isn't banned right now. With the fan of blades, with the break, definitely can get the damage through. Just while we're waiting here, g'day to everyone in the stream. Hope you're having a wonderful day. And probably won't chat to you much once we're into the game, but while we have a break in the draft at the moment, I will just say hello to everyone. And thank you for dropping in. And hope you hang around to enjoy this grand final between RNG and XtremeGaming. Viper is the last ban from RNG. They don't get rid of the PA. So very gamely showing their hand. Open Mazair at the moment from Never Give Up, showing the Bristleback. But similarly can be said from Xtreme Gaming showing the Enigma. They banned the Venge this time, and do they also get rid of the Beastmaster? It's the Ember. So they leave Beastmaster in. Venge is more of an issue than the Beastmaster in terms of cancelling that black hole. Lich. Lich is the third pick, so strong support, good teamfight ulti, and does confirm to RNG that this is a core Enigma. Certainly not going to have a core Earth Spirit or a core Lich. At least that would be the most surprising thing I've seen all day.
5 seconds remaining.
So with a lot of the counters for the Bristleback removed in this third draft, RNG are now pretty happy to move on to maybe picking their offlaner and their other support. Xtreme Gaming are holding the cards close to the chest for the time being, with their offlane and 2 supports being picked, not showing their mid or their safe laner. Lina is still available, hasn't been banned. Very strong mid laner. SF was used by Xtreme Gaming last match, but not to great success.
Radiant team pick.
So that's the quap from RNG. Once again, happy with that quap from game 2. Happy to play it again, run it out. And really just the burst damage and the farming potential that Somnus had. Like he was 6 slotted. He had a Hex, a Bloodthorn, plus the Shivas, I think, on top of that. He could just blink in on the Enigma Hex and then just Hex, Bloodthorn, go to work, Sonic Wave, and get the kill on this Enigma in a couple of fights before he even managed to get anything off. Forced a buyback on a couple of occasions, and then they just disengaged. Warlock. From RNG, they say, you remove the Venge. You remove the Venge, we are still going to have a counter to this black hole. And with a Ravage on a stick that goes through BKB.
10 seconds remaining.
The Warlock is picked. I haven't seen the Warlock played at all in these qualifiers. So, you know, in these best of 5 games, their own meta sort of starts to develop. And I'm excited if Xtreme Gaming can win this one to see where the draft will take us in a game 4. Because game 4 and game 5 get juicy if we get there with the drafts that might come out. So it is the PA. So we called that one out earlier, not being banned. We'll have the break mechanic once the shard comes online to kill this Bristleback. So Xtreme have a counter. They have a counter to the Bristleback. So in one way, they have picked themselves into this draft. They've given themselves a chance. Better than their first 2 drafts where they were sort of drafted into a corner and didn't give themselves a way out.
5 seconds remaining.
Lina will be banned for RNG, knowing that now Xtreme Gaming have the last pick.
Radiant team banned.
The last pick mid. Pangolier removed as well from the side of Xtreme Gaming. Pangolier would have been actually pretty neat for this draft. Final bans in terms of mids, you know, they played the SF, but I don't think RNG are that concerned about an SF, so may look to ban something else. You know, I've been calling for it for a while from Xtreme Gaming. The Mars mid, you need some frontline in this draft. Earth Spirit is not enough frontline by themselves. They need a mid hero here that can get involved, initiate, and set up this Enigma so that the Enigma can counter-initiate. So they can force out a Warlock Golem, and then Enigma's free to go. You know, this is sort of mid lane pick I really would like to see Xtreme Gaming take. You know, the Primal Beast has been banned. Same sort of thinking.
5 seconds remaining.
I really hope they don't fall back to, you know, the SF. Storm Spirit isn't terrible either. And try and find the Warlock on the back line, force them to go on the Storm Spirit with the BKB, and then as they group up, you know, the Enigma comes in. I think there are some decent last picks here for XtremeGaming. In terms of the offlaners for RNG, Beastmaster is still available. Brew will be banned out. Beast is there. It worked well. In game 2 against this Enigma and the Earth Spirit, rolled in, just immediately roared many times, and PYW wasn't given a chance to get off multiple rounds of spells.
10 seconds remaining.
I also don't see an issue with the Beastmaster now. I'm surprised it wasn't banned. Brew was taken out, so removing that mass team fight chaos that the primal beings can bring. It's a Necro. Okay. I love these two last picks from RNG with the Warlock and the Necro, just mixing it up, making Xtreme really have to think hard about what they're going to do with this last pick. In terms of Necro, Earth Spirit's pretty good against Necro, so is Enigma. Lich is pretty good against Necro. PA can have the physical damage burst come through before he has a chance for the Ghost Shroud. So Necro is not a great pick for this game. The only thing I can say is the Reaper on this PA will be very good. When you think about how this team fight looks, Warlock drops a Golem, well, Marcy jumps in, grabs and disposes back. Now they dispose back into a Reaper with a Sonic Wave. And I think that's enough damage to just delete one hero from the fight. Now if you happen to get the Enigma or the PA or the mid hero of Xtreme, you know, you've taken out one of their cores, and you're happy to take the fight from that point onwards with the core Bristleback. So it's a very simple and easy to execute draft here from RNG. Jump in Marcy, Reaper,
You may now select
and
your
Sonic
heroes.
Wave. Pugna. Okay. I love that they went a little bit different here. Paparazzi with this Pugna. I think it's good for this game. It's good against the Bristleback. And stop him from attacking. The Nether Ward's going to be super good against Necro and Queen of Pain. Pretty decent against Warlock as well. And Bristle spamming out the spells. Nether Ward's good to that too. Obviously those spells aren't going to cost too much mana. But I think with this last pick, Xtreme give themselves a chance in this draft. They have a clear counter to the Bristleback in the Fan of Knives from the PA. They have decent team fight with the Lich and the Earth Spirit. There is a Warlock Golem to interrupt Black Hole, but I don't know if Xnova is going to want to hold the Golem just for the Black Hole. He's going to want to use that Golem himself. But it's not as clear-cut counter as what the Venge was. I'm going to go ahead and say XtremeGaming are going to win this game too. I want them to win. I want to go to a game 4. But this last pick, little Pugna might be the ticket. Might be enough to see him home. RNG's draft is still very easy to execute. And that's the main thing going in their favor.
Prepare for battle.
Okay. Moving out. Both teams heading out with that level 1 Smoke Deceit. Paparazzi running out with the movement speed 379 under the effect of the smoke. And, ooh, won't quite get the ward down. Xnova will show in the mid lane as well. And Wood will come out on the high ground for XtremeGaming. Some good vision over this ramp area. Old 11 starting with the stats. +6 all stats for this Enigma to begin with. The Magic Wand +3 Iron Branches. All about the stats. So secondary wood being placed on this high ground as well. So XtremeGaming just valuing wood vision over the runes and over the river rotations. RNG throw down their own orbs on this bottom rune as well. And we may have a bit of a contest in this top river. Paparazzi's in the area, has the level 1 Nether Blast. We'll throw it out if needed. There it goes. Actually, Kaka manages to get it, and we'll just rebound away. I think he was just pump faking that Nether Blast. Didn't end up using it. So, I think three runes? No, 2 runes going each way. So 2 runes apiece, and we head to our lane. So in the mid lane, Somnus will be playing the Quap once again for RNG. He'll be laning against Paparazzi on the Pugna. In the top lane, Chalice will be handling Necrophos. This game is being supported by Kaka on the Marcy. He'll be laning against Lau on the POS1, PA, and DY on the Lich. Going in, level 1, wants to get some damage off onto DY, already with the rebound. Get that 2-man rebound, good value. And Kaka just pretty much does that for free. In the bottom lane, Xnova will be supporting Ghost on the POS1 Bristleback in this bottom lane. They'll be laning against PYW on the Earth Spirit. And Old 11 playing once again the Enigma. So it could be a fair bit of action in these lanes. Pretty high damage heroes when we look around the map. PA has decent stats, level 1, 58, decent 5 base armor. DY with the Frost Blast. Certainly not going to be mucking around there. And in the bottom lane, if they catch out Xnova with maybe a Malefice plus follow-up spells from PYW, they might have enough. Though the heal level 1, the Shadow Word, might be enough to come through and get the Warlock back to safety. In the mid lane, 7-2 to 6-0, so pretty even at the moment between Somnus and Paparazzi. Actually, top lane. Bit more of an engagement here. Rebound was used again. DY now with the Frost Armor level 2, the Frost Shield. Let's try and stop the aggression coming towards this POS1. 10 last hits. Bristleback leading the chart at the moment, and he's already level 2. Working towards that level 3. I have the one Mango at the moment that will have the Soul Ring soon enough after he gets the Ring of Health to be able to sustain on the lane. Waterins have spawned once again in the top lane. Lau's gone in with the Frost Shield. Wants to get the damage over on a Chalice. No point yet in the Ghost Shroud. DY is out of regen. Only has the Fairy Fire with the wand available. But with his early life and mana has helped the PA in the lane get off to a decent start. 8-0. Necrophos is winning the lane with 14-0, but could have been worse, I think, for PA in this top lane. So Fatal Bond's being used over on the Eidolons, but PYW just clicked down Xnova for quite a while. And Gotta will roll over and get that bounty rune. Collect that up. So Reaper not going through the spell immunity, but the Golem does. So there is a clear way. Jumping in, does miss the rebound. Out comes the Frost Shield. And DY's surviving a long time, but Lau's just given him up. He's gone back to hitting the creeps. They know DY's dead in the trees, and it will be first blood over to Chalice on this Necrophos. Meanwhile, bottom lane, the Bristleback does go down. So although the first blood allowed, dying again, this might not be good. Dying the first time, double kill for Chalice on this top lane. I was going to say that although the first blood went to RNG, it probably was okay because the trade was over onto the Bristleback on the bottom lane until the PA just died as well, and double kill for this combo. This is a strong damage combo. You got the Death Pulse following up with the Heartstopper. Kaka even threw over the sidekick to give this Necrophos some right-click damage. PYW not quite making it to that Water Rune first. That mid-rotation, not really what he wanted to get out of that. 2 now in the Frost Blast. Decent amount of harass can come out over onto the Marcy.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Ghost has the Ring of Health, so should be surviving, at least through the harass damage, pretty well on this bottom lane. At least for the time being. Mid lane, even 26-6 to 20-1. Paparazzi has the slight advantage, but nothing that Somnus won't be able to recover from early on in this game. The real story is Chalice on this offlane, who already has the Urn of Shadows, Magic Wand boots, working towards the phase boots as well. But this Necrophos is looking to be quite a problem, quite a threat in this game. Ghost under the effect of the Midnight Pulse, but they're just going to run him off. Old 11 taking a lot of damage from the Fatal Bonds on the creeps. Top lane, trying to get onto Kaka with PYW here as well, but it won't be enough. In fact, turning around over onto Lal. He's disposed back in. Will manage to blink away outside of Heartstopper. Salving up. He might even look to go back in here. They dropped the ward on the lane. And Somnus is here with level 5. The blink and the scream cleaning out. Lau getting in front with the rebound. Nice little play there by Kaka, stopping the roll away. Well done there. And this level 5 rotation from Somnus, catching XtremeGaming off. Probably don't expect a level 5 Quap to rotate top, but he did in fact do it. Paparazzi will throw out the life drain, grabs the regen rune, and we'll be happy with that. Somnus obviously did lose out by going top on mid lane XP. Ghost kicked back in under the tower, but the tower is not interested in attacking that bristleback at this time. Top lane, they're still being dove. They may need some more support up here from PYW. Kaka is looking to go in. Looking for that rebound initiate, and Lau jumps away. He might start leveling up this Phantom Strike so he can get and farm the jungle a little bit earlier. Kaka's behind the tower. They do have the ward vision, and Somnus is here with the level 6 now. DY will throw out the ice shield on the tower. Good target. And Lau will have to escape through the trees with the Quelling Blade. Has a shared Tango lasting for another 21 seconds. And Somnus making these rotations to the top lane will get potentially this top tier 1 tower, but in the process, Paparazzi took middle with the Nether Blast. Paparazzi being top. They want Chalice here. DY has the damage. And Paparazzi following through, stun over onto Paparazzi. Kaka probably in trouble here as well. Is there another life drain? There is, and this little Paparazzi Ghost Boy, the Pugna, making an impact early. He did stay on that mid lane, got some extra levels, got that mid tower. So Somnus made those early rotations, got the kills top, but Paparazzi comes a little later and cleans house. Old 11 has a black hole. I even think about using it. So not with the Eidolon's just about to expire. He has a +1. There's no level 6 yet on Warlock. They might be able to get a kill on Ghost, particularly if Pugna comes down. I think they get a black hole with the Pugna follow-up, then a Decrepify plus life drain. Should be plenty of damage. Arcane Rune as well. Already getting close to this Etherlens. He can disassemble and pretty much have it now if he wants to get rid of those arcane boots, but might just choose to hang on to it. Problem at the moment for XG is the PA. Has a Ring of Health, but is nowhere near getting close to that Battle Fury to be able to farm. Two-man smoke. Pugna, Paparazzi are going to meet the two teams. Two sides of RNG. Kaka getting life drain down. Just looking for that rebound, but I think Chalice was just a little too far away. Rebound was available. He couldn't quite get the cast range off. Chalice left him there to die. Jumping forward. Putting out the urn. Getting the tick. Fairy Fly to stay a little higher. Reaper comes through and it will be enough. He gets one charge, but look who's here. Paparazzi with the life drain. And the Decrepify level 3. Lau just body blocking. Boulder Smash coming through as well. And that last little Nether Blast will get it off. So one charge on the bottom lane. They're going on in Old 11. Will there be TPs? Coming out. He has a black hole. He's thinking about using it on catches. Actually, all three. Sonic Wave does stop PYW from rolling through and will blink through and get out Old 11. But will it cost at the life of Bristleback? Pulling him back in with the gaze. DY countering that Bristleback. And he's still on the chase. Paparazzi trying to find X-Nova. Kick is available in 2, and that will be it. PYW kicks the dead corpse away. So decent actually first black hole there. Obviously the black hole damage just came out from Somnus to get the kill, but it did the job. It kept him in the area for long enough, and the TPs were able to come in. And the Pugner been very, very strong this early game. He is the top net worth, 5.3k, well ahead of the Quap, only 3.8k, so even with those early rotations, doesn't have the farm that Paparazzi has. Etherland's online with addition of the Arcane Boots, so I wanted to keep those Arcane Boots to make sure he had the mana sustain, because this Pugner is going to be using a lot of mana, 145 mana every 5 seconds pretty much, farming or killing towers. Lau still working towards the BKB. Might be able to grab the Void Stone, but probably a better call is to try and save up for this Claymore to farm a little bit faster. Doesn't really need the mana regen from the Void Stone at this early point. Instead, getting that Claymore, hit the creeps down, will scale to that Battle Fury a little quicker. Old 11 completed Vladimir's offering, has the point booster ready to go, or aimed up ready. Actually, sending out the recipe, I'm guessing. Yeah, there's the recipe. So he's got the Wraith Pack recipe. Point booster will be not too far away, farming quite quickly, and there's a 3-man smoke from the side of RNG. Somnus has the Sonic Wave in 6 seconds. Karka with the Unleash, and Chalice wanting to get another stack for this Reaper Scythe. And as long as they rebound in, dispose back, Reaper Scythe into ulti, plus Scream, any target dies, and that includes Lau. He's dead. Bring him in with the Reaper Sonic Wave, and that's exactly what happens. They can't rotate fast enough to save him, but they might rotate fast enough to get the trade kills. Actually, it cancels his own TP Kaka there. And now it's Chalice who's in trouble. He's being chased down, will die to the Nether Ward. So the mass TPs come in. They don't save the PA, but they do get a trade. But looky. 2 stacks now on the Reaper's side. And this is going to happen all game. We called it out in the draft. We actually get a first-hand demonstration of how that rotation looks. As long as Marcy dives in with the rebound, gets the dispose back, it's going to follow with the Reaper, follow with the Sonic Wave, and there's not really going to be any hero on the side of Xtreme that can survive through that. There's not really any save either. Yeah, maybe if you get that BKB, or if you get the BKB off, then yeah, sure. But up until that point, you're going to be struggling. Somnus has enough for a couple of blinks. He's just sitting pretty low mana. PYW, the radar's on. He's looking for him. Finds him. Oh, doesn't actually silence. Had the grip. And he's reading it out. Roll, come through, will miss. He actually splits the middle. Splits between the two of them, and Somnus will just blink away and make his way up. I think possibly PYW was looking elsewhere on the map there, and certainly if he'd seen the Quap there in front of him, he would have insta-silenced into roll, because his team was pretty much in the area to follow up on that. 4-staff Necro coming out, looking for a bit of mobility. That's not unusual. Necros will often go for Blink Daggers, just to be able to get in. 4-staff gives a little more stats. Not quite as good as the Blink Dagger in terms of mobility, but does offer a little bit of potential save for his Bristleback as well, and the Quap. So, not a completely greedy build coming out here from Chalice, but does give enough to move around the map, close the distance if need be, but also to save his allies and save himself from this life drain. So we're moving into the Octarine Core on Paparazzi. Won't be too far away. He's going to be very tanky with the point boosters and the vitality. You know, Octarine Core does make a spellcaster, you know, reduces the cooldowns, etc., etc. But in terms of stats, this little Pugner wants to be a little healthier, and that's what this Octarine Core will offer. They're smoked up at the moment. PYW, they're going to see him. Chalice is coming up. And the roll will miss between the two, but under the back line, the Reaper comes out. PYW will die, not under the effect of the Reaper. The rest of the team will escape. So, yeah, that's a smart call there from XG, not committing. You know, the initial roll missed, but if you commit in on that kill, then you're probably going to lose 2 or 3 heroes there. You might get the 1, but 2 or 3 will go down. So you see the Octarine cool, 25% cooldown reduction, and mana regen, health, mana, cast range, everything he wants on this Pugna. See Ghost top, has a TP available. He senses that it might be on. The TP is coming, and he is out of there. Wraith Pact ready on the Enigma, working towards the BKB. He just has to play around a Golem this game. That's the only one. It's not as hard as last game. He does have a game, hold 11. And Warlock is generally a little bit easier to catch than a Venge. And Venge, with the illusion, had that second life. Warlock will not have that. Warlock will have a buyback if available, but that's it. And he certainly won't have 2 Chaotic Offerings ready in the same team fight. Unless he gets to the point of having a Refresher Orb. So, Enigma has a game. Movement coming in. They're looking for Lau. He's farming, but Smoke is here for Paparazzi with a DD. TIW. Nether Ward is down. They want to try and make a fight happen. Chalice is showing. There might be the stun coming out. They're just waiting a little bit. They would have seen the debuff of the Nether Ward, I think. And with that, they will back away. You can just see it next to your little icon here. These sort of players... You know, they're not new to Dota. You see that additional little debuff appear above your HUD, and you know that that Netherward's been planted down, and the side of XG are looking to make a bit of a team fight happen here. In fact, they're still looking pretty hard. PYW is in the river, walking back and forth. Trying to get towards his Spirit Vessel to counter Chalice. Roll. Actually does miss. The tumble is to his silence with the slow. Coming out and the magnetize on top. Kaka pops the unleash, but there's an ultimate coming through PYW. He will live through it. And Paparazzi will self-immune himself, but there's too much magic damage. He just dies in the middle of it. Ghost DY will die as well. And Paparazzi was sort of top net worth coming into that fight, but Old 11's being chased down as well. I mean, I don't think it's your timing at the moment. XG. Like, yeah, you want to make a play. You've got the Black Hole. Wraith Pact is available, but... You know, Pugna's the sort of hero that wants to chill around on the edges. Make sure you get that Netherward down. I think it was actually used underneath the tower. Tier 1 will now fall. Golem on cooldown. No Golem for 130 more seconds. And they're hunting. Lau. He's trying to farm some creeps. They will see it. The ping comes out. They know he's north of here. He ran up. No Reaper available just yet, but they probably don't even need the Reaper to get the damage. They have the Spirit Vessel charge. Battle Fury is on Lau now, so he can start to scale. And I think XtremeGaming just have to play this nice and steady. They've got a Black Hole late game. They've got Paparazzi, who will continue to farm quite quickly, and they need to buy time for Lau on this PA. Needs to get BKB, Fan of Blades, Nullifier on top. He wants a lot of items, and he needs them. Fan of Knives, Fan of Blades, same thing. Kaka working towards the BKB himself, wanting to be able to get full value out of the Unleash. And Chalice being very team-minded this game with the 4-staff, Spirit Vessel, and going for the full pipe. So recognizing that the magic damage from the Lich and the Earth Spirit, as well as the Pugna, is not insignificant. On the top side, they actually find Marcy. Magnetize comes out. He's under the effect of the Midnight Pulse, but refreshing that Magnetize. Stun will hit as well. PYW just not even hesitating on that stun. Doesn't get duked out by that at all. Did pretty well to almost make it away. Kaka did pretty well. He was... that rebound, he almost got it off. With that movement speed, it was only because the roll hit that they found the kill. Ghost has the Aghanim Scepter online, now working towards the BKB. This is a very strong timing for RNG. They probably want to make a fight happen with it. With the Vanguard, he's very, very tanky. No magic resist to speak of, though. Just the base 25%. This, of course, is just damage reduction. So, Aegis is available on the Roche. But everyone's just playing nice and calm now. The game has slowed down. Everyone's just realizing that late game, they both probably look pretty good. But XG are the ones that are happy that it's slowing down, I think, a little bit. Because PA is nowhere near fight ready as the Bristleback. Now, you look at the net worth and you say, okay, he's actually, you know, almost caught up with the Bristleback. But in terms of items, a Battle Fury BKB is not going to be as strong as this Vanguard Agnum Scepter at this early stage. And is this into the Roche? No, they're looking for a fight. They're going around the back. Hold 11. He's going to get caught. Kaka pops the Unleash BKB Black Hole, though. They're getting on top. There is an ultimate to cancel it up. Roll coming through. Magnetized from PYW. Sonic Wave did the work. Hold 11 will TP out. And there's a Netherward down on the ground. TP as well. But there's a 4-star. Getting the Reaper Sight to cancel. Paparazzi. Self-decrepifying. Trying to get the life drain up. But he won't have enough heal himself. The self-decrepify is lasting a long time. And eventually will die. As you can see, side of XtremeGaming, they need more time. It's not enough right now to take the fights. There's a BKB on PA, but he needs at least the shard. The Aegis is falling. There's no black hole. I don't think Xtreme want to try and fight this. Banefrost is down as well. It's going to be hard. They're sending in the Eidolons. In fact, they're showing the Enigma. Loud jumps in, has a BKB, will pop it. Stun comes through from PYW, but they haven't managed to get a kill on anyone yet. Ghost just walks away. Darko on the back lines, holding him up, but Lich just dies again. And XtremeGaming, that was desperate. That was a team who's 2 games down in a grand final and is desperate to stop this Roche from occurring. That was not their timing. It's not their timing at all. They had all their ultimates were down. Paparazzi wasn't even alive. No black hole, no chain frost, no magnetize. Yeah, if you have those ultis, then you can fight in the Roche pit. PA, not yet with the fan of knives. He could not get through the Bristleback. And now RNG will just extend this lead. Aegis on the Bristle. Now they're not scared, you know. Xtreme could have taken that time to farm up, farm the map. Probably wouldn't have even really been down gold at this stage. And PA would have had his next item already coming out. The tier 2 top will go down. No one gets the last hit. Middle lane. Somnus. Orchid plus BKB. Working towards a late game Witchblade. He really values this Witchblade. Somnus. He's bought it on every hero this series so far. So, I mean, I guess it is percentage based on your int. So it does scale. Very clicking quite fast then as the Queen of Pain. Wants to deal the physical damage, not just the magical and pure. BKB, about 1200 away for Ghost. Low on mana, so quite happy to run in and die. Banefrost thrown out, does catch the 2. And with the break, Bristleback will die the once, but is there a golem? There is. X-Nova, look, hiding in the trees, waiting to counter out this black hole if there ever came one. And that will be the Aegis taken. So that's the sort of timing Xtreme need to look for. You know, they had no need to rush into that Roche pit. They can get rid of this Aegis reasonably easily. Shard available on the PA, so now working towards the Nullifier. Saw how quickly the Bristleback went down once he was broken from that Fan of Knives. Bristle will go continue to farm. He did carry last game Ghost on this Bristleback, so probably believes in himself to do it again. But it is a little bit of a different situation. They have to find this Warlock. If Warlock is not found, then to be very hard to get off a black hole. In fact, what items are Warlock going for? He's going for the utility. Very close to getting the Wraith Pact. So for him in a team fight, he doesn't really want to show. Pop out the Wraith Pact, send it forward, and just keep hidden in the trees himself, waiting for that black hole to come and cancel it with the rock, with the chaotic offering. Might try and find Ghost here. It's just Lau though. Walks up the high ground. Yeah, TPs are coming out, and they need to run. PYW is leaving his Lich behind as he rolls forward to give a target for Lau. And that's okay. It forces a rotation from RNG to this bottom lane, or top lane rather for them. And yeah, it doesn't really hurt XG at all. They just head back to farming. And you can see PA with this Battle Fury is starting to jump ahead in terms of farm. He will outscale this Bristleback late game, particularly with the Fan of Knives. And with Chalice not going for a particularly more utility build with the items he's gone for. Very survivable. Working now on a Lotus. Where's the damage coming from if the Bristleback is severely incapacitated by this PA? And maybe just Somnus. He's been able to click the entire series, been pretty much ignored. He goes in, casts his spells, but then hangs around, and with his Witchblade and Enchanted Quiver, which he's got 2 out of 2 games so far, able to do the damage. Might try and get the kill on Somnus here. Does come through with the follow-up. Damage. There is the BKB and the blink away. Not enough crits for Lau. But no real commit there from XG. The BKB is forced out on the Queen of Pain. So what's that down to now? Down to 7 seconds, so slowly getting lower. And so good little move there. Paparazzi, after getting that early Octarine core, will go in for the Black King bar. BKB, and now I love to see it. You love to see it. It's the level 5 Dagon just queued up. He says, this is the item. This is the item. Level 5 Dagon. We want to burst him, and we want to burst him fast. This Necro, you cannot be allowed to live under the effect of Ghost Shroud. Warman Smoke from RNG, but they sort of didn't quite get here fast enough to catch XtremeGaming, who've already moved out from the bottom lane. Taka has the BKB ready. Smoke will expire, and he'll head up with an OBS. We'll chuck it down on the high ground. And I think we'll get scouted out on the way back, so yeah, checking the vision of that. Yeah, so they definitely saw him coming back through. So this ward will no doubtly not last for too long. They see him there again now. They know that he's got ward vision up. The other factor we haven't really spoke about here is this level 4 Nether Ward. And I'm just interested to see, yeah, he's gone for the 3 Nether Ward health. So really recognizing that the Nether Ward this game is really, really powerful. Even if he gets to level 25, the plus 1.75 Nether Ward damage per mana, that's really impactful against the heroes. They are smoked up. 4 heroes. Blink, BKB ready on the Enigma. They need to see X-Nova. Without seeing X-Nova, they cannot Black Hole. I mean, they're all standing on top of each other there. Now the smoke comes out again. It's smoke on smoke. XG smoke is about to expire. Ward's up on the high ground. Both teams know each other, exactly where each other is. Lau's here, has the nullify. He's ready to fight. Wants to try and force it out. Ice Spire goes down. And starts with a crit onto Ghost. Now they throw up the Wraith Pack. See if they can try and bait out. Kaka comes in with the Unleash. Doesn't yet pop the BKB. On the backline, Old 11's being found. There's a black hole. Warlock's too far away. They're trying to get the damage through onto Somnus, but he's got too much with the BKB. There is a Golem in the middle of the fight. PA is alive currently with a Reaper on top. He's just living, but he dies. Paparazzi is going to be the only hope, but they're TPing out. They're trying to get away. They do. And Enigma will die, so without PA in the area, they get the black hole over onto Quap on the side of the fight, but unable to get the damage through with the BKB off. It was just Paparazzi, and he doesn't really have the physical. They needed PA in the area, and that Quap would have been dead off the bat. Kaka using the BKB charge, so down to 8 seconds.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
X-Nova, he has the Philosopher's Stone. I wonder if Refresher Orb is in his mind. Wanting to make sure that in the event of a Refresher Orb on the Enigma, he has a Refresher Orb himself to make sure he can cancel that second black hole. It's certainly a consideration. Chalice with this tanky build is becoming pretty unkillable. Yeah, it's utility, but utility normally means, you know, armor, survivability, magic resistance. Even has the ceremonial robe to amp up that additional magic damage and lower the status resistance. PRW working on the BKB himself as well. DY, Philosopher's Stone on each team. So, you know, love to see an even game. Both teams getting a Philosopher's Stone. Pugna still working towards that Dagon. They know the BKBs will not last forever. Quops is now down to 6 seconds, so they scout him out. Actually, Lau with the dagger goes in, nullifier has a beat, and he's just dead. The Necro doesn't even get a chance. The crits come out. PYW rolling through, looking for an additional catch. They find out Ghost. But the BKB, he caught him with the roll. PYW, the radar was working optimally, but the BKB TP out means that he doesn't get it cancelled. So safe play there from Ghost. You know, when he first pops that BKB, you might think, yeah, that's a little bit careful, but he knows who he's playing against here. He knows there's an PYW Earth Spirit on the hunt, and this guy doesn't miss rolls. He senses it. Ceremonial robe on PYW as well, so that's actually pretty decent for him going in. Did the additional status resistance. And you start to see Lau, he's coming online. He's gone for all the Phantom Strike talents to make sure he can hit faster. Roche up in 54 seconds. Necro has respawned. He's got to be careful. Stun does come in, but it misses. And Lau, he's looking for a target to blink away on. The BKB was committed. I was going to say, that was a little bit ballsy just to farm up on this high ground. But now with that BKB, Roche spawning in 36. They're going to have to try and wait 74 seconds on the BKB. That could just hand Roche over to RNG. Just the little timing that RNG are looking for. RNG so far this series has been all about the timings. Just the little moments where they can capitalize over XtremeGaming. Right now, they have a 6k net worth lead. It doesn't really feel it with PA starting to come online. Pugna will continue to scale. The Enigma falling behind somewhat. Working towards a Lincoln Sphere now. I mean, what's the... Lincoln's... I mean, I guess it's good against the Reaper. You definitely don't want to get caught by that. It's just generally good all around on Enigma, but it's the Golem that's going to be an issue. It's the Golem that's going to cancel these black holes. Desolator ready on PA. The Desolator with the Nullifier. People will die very quickly. I mean, look at the plus damage here. So how quickly Necro died before. That was before the Desolator came out. So Lau is on the hunt again. BKB is available in 3. Roche has respawned. And Ghost, level 20, get the quill stack damage. Has the, maybe... AC? Is AC coming out? Oh, his courier is dead. His courier is dead on Ghost. So the AC will be coming out once that courier respawns. 5-man smoke from XG. They're moving towards the bottom lane. They'll see an Arcane Rune. Maybe even pretty good on the PA, honestly. Yeah, they'll hand it over to her, knowing that this is actually decent on the PA, getting that reduced cooldown on the spells, particularly the Fan of Knives. I want to make it PYW. Smoke does pop. Silence comes immediately out. Frost Shield to protect the Earth Spirit. There is a ward down in the trees. They want to fight around it. They retreat. There's Wraith Packs, Wraith Totems on the deck everywhere. In comes Marcy, but the BKB is popped from Lau, and Ghost has to be careful. There's a lot of damage on the back line. Kaka does fall. Somnus being committed on. by PA. Will blink away. Triple buybacks, 2 from each team. The Enigma does go down. Has a buyback as well. No Reaper. Tucker's back for the fight. He wants more. Another Netherwood on the deck. And in comes Lau. He's got the Nullifier. They have the break. They almost have the damage. He actually gets it off. Lau's got to get out. Big Magnetize on 3 on the back lines, but now the PA is in trouble. He will blink away to Paparazzi. Lich will probably sacrifice his life for that, unless the team is going to come back in. Old 11 did buy back in the middle of that, so has the BKB blink ready to go. With the Golem committed, there is nothing to stop it. I mean, they have to go into Roche right now. You've committed so many buybacks. There's 3 buybacks from the side of XtremeGaming. They are not wanting to give up this Roshan. PYW actually died back. X being worked on by Paparazzi. The Roche is still here. It's going to die quickly. Ghost, he does a lot of damage. Plus 431, and they're into the pit. They can't let him have it. It's the Shard plus the Age. It's half health. It's going to be dead. Chalice is body blocking. They can't get there in time. They had to take a fight while this Golem was down. That was their only opportunity. But now, with an Aegis, Shard potentially going over to the Quap, I think. Does have the Sonic Boom now. Let's just check. Deathseeker Rebel. Could have gone to either of those two, really. But either way, Necro and the Quap both with their own Shard now. So Sonic Booms plus the Deathseekers are both available. And more damage, more control, and more gold going into the pockets of RNG. They are just slowly climbing ahead. XtremeGaming, they don't want to give this one up. This is their ticket to TI. They don't want to have to go through those last chance qualifiers. Actually catch over onto Bristleback. There's an Aegis though. They kill him once. And if they can, they get out. Cloud will blink away. There's still no Golem for 45. I think they can get the catch. They're rolling in. BKB is popped. Ice Spire on the deck. Wraith Pact on the ground. Will be taken out. And with 4-man Fatal Bonds, it probably isn't the best idea to keep fighting. They get rid of the Aegis. Without too much commitment, you can see the Bristleback does die to this PA. And Bristle has caught up after getting that Aegis, but Lau will keep scaling. Can still get Abyssal, can trade out the Battle Fury when necessary. You know, has a bit of room to grow. And of course, the Aghanim's upgrade, he's going for it next, is pretty huge. The Blur upgrade, once you get a kill, it refreshes your abilities, refreshes all your cooldowns. And Blur has an instant cast time and applies a Dispel. So anytime it's just a free Dispel on the Blur. And instant cast, I mean, it's going to be pretty safe in the fights. Getting rid of Spirit Vessel charges, getting rid of Shadow Strikes. There's quite a few things to dispel this game. Fatal Bonds. All these are really decent to dispel. And will just tick you down over time if you're not careful. So the Aghanim Scepter will be a good pickup. Does look like he's just going to change into the Abyssal Blade for the time being. Just a little more slot efficient. I mean, you go Ag Scepter now. What you have to trade out the Battle Fury, so it's not that slot efficient. You'd rather leave the Battle Fury in for the time being and keep scaling. Level 25 is approaching reasonably quickly. Paparazzi close to 20. And I think that Decrepified duration is likely to be where he goes towards. Old 11, and he switched out of the Lincolns and just goes straight for the Refresher. I think this is the better play from Old 11. Realizing that he needs to have a second Black Hole. The one is not going to be enough because one can get cancelled. You have to take the advantage. And look at this. Warlock is queued up the Refresher as well, knowing that if there's 2 Black Holes in his 2 Golems, that's just a solo. Oh no, it is the Ninja Gear smoke. So, Old 11 moving through. Golems are available. You have to catch this Warlock, otherwise, just instantly gets cancelled. Please, someone collect the bounty rune. Oh, I guess they're just making their way through. No one grabs the bounty rune. They're very valuable. Look, they just went from 7k lead to 8k lead because they picked up that bounty rune. You can't just leave them sitting on the deck. XtremeGaming, please. Please. Give yourself a chance. Lau's in on the mid lane with the completed Abyssal Blade. No buyback available on this PA just yet, but certainly a lot of net worth ready to go to work against this Bristleback or the Quap. Quap can die as well pretty easily. Has a Shiva's looking to try and survive through the physical burst. He once again got an Enchant Quiver. Somnus, are you hacking the game? 3 games in a row you get Enchant Quiver with this Witchblade. It's just too good of a combo. Like you know it's gonna spawn. The talent I'm really interested in is this Nether Blast ward damage per mana. If Paparazzi can make it to that level 20, that will make a huge difference. Triple Stifling Dagger is up. So 3 daggers will be coming through. Because, you know, how many daggers am I holding up, says PA? 3 will be the answer. PYW, very close to the BKB, 1,000 gold away. Both teams are just being very chill right now. Eventually the smoke will come out from XG. RNG might suspect that it is already coming. Paparazzi has a Hex. Freshly minted with the cast range. But they're not going to find the side of RNG. Not around this mid lane. RNG know what's up. They are holding this high ground. Kaka is body blocking the front line. Somnus is here as well. They know that something is up. They pop down the sentry. Making sure they're not under vision. Basher. Basher is on Kaka. This could be huge with the level 18 as well. And now the counter smoke comes out. Roshan not yet available. Not at least for 2 minutes 20. And they see Lau on the mid lane. Jumping in, Kaka tries to get the stun. Triple daggers coming out the bash, actually. But there's a Lotus Orb. They're trying to get the finish onto Marcy. BKB comes out. He returns a Lotus Orb. Big Sonic Wave onto 2 on the backlines. And XtremeGaming lose 2. And the PA gets Reapered. Reaper's side on PA. Down goes Paparazzi. And they've taken the fight. There will certainly be a Rax. No Black Hole was used, and that's because the Chaotic Offering is still available. And PA just couldn't get enough done in that BKB duration, even with the Penta-Edge Sword. They might just go Throne here. I think they will. Oh yeah, Glyph comes out. They know it. Get the first value out of that Glyph because you're not getting a second one. First Glyph and onto the Throne. Buyback from Lich. He needs to get the Ice Armor out. Somnus might just blink forward and try and kill him. Paparazzi as well. Trying to slow down the push. Lay down the Netherwood. They go back for the rack. So with the double buyback coming out, they will respect it. Black Hole is still available, but look at X-Nova. He just sends slowly forward the Wraith Pack, knowing that he can't show. He can't be a target. If he is gone on, then there is a free Black Hole. Netherwood is planted on the deck, trying to slow him down with the Ice Armor, buying time for PA to come back in. But the time at the moment, going to be hard. Actually, Backdoor kicks in. Backdoor does kick in, and the creeps are pushing in bottom. So, double buybacks saving the side of XG there. Old 11 has the Aeon Disc ready to assemble if needed. Decided to go away from the refresher. Chalice taking the Heartstopper regen reduction at 20. And now he has 4 stacks of the Reaper sides, becoming very hard to bring down. But Lau is back in the jungle farming. What's his next item? Not sure what he can get to save himself here. Maybe a Satanic might be enough to sustain through. You can call out there, but the Aghanim Scepter is ready, as well as the Hairball, the Shard. Pretty good value Shard. Of course, the Aghanim Scepter has been ready for a while, but the Shard, the Goo, throw it out, the Hairball. Get a couple of Quill Stacks plus a Goo at the location. Just starts to build it up very quick. It's that initial damage flowing for Ghost in terms of the Quill Sprays. And Kaka is really dangerous with this Basher BKB. Moving over, he jumps in. He's actually going to get spotted. The vision is down. They see the side. Hex comes out. Lau's on top with the Phantom Blades. BKB committed. They have to try and get through Ghost, but he's surviving. The bash comes out. PYW, BKB as well, but Ghost is alive. DY is going to get turned around on. They're trying to get back up the high ground. Dispose back in onto the PA. Will blink away again on the back line. Lich does get caught out. They're still wanting to fight, actually. Blink away from Old 11, but Ghost is on the charge. They know they're holding a Warlock Golem. Xnova is always in the back. So far away. Just waiting for that black hole. It's almost like you have to, solo black hole this Warlock if you want to get anything out of it. And they're into the Roche Pit. It will die so quickly. Refresh orb available. You can't let Ghost get his Aegis again. X comes out onto the Necro. Lau trying to go in. Actually, Ghost still gets the Aegis, and the Reaper comes out of the PYW. Lau will have to blink away up to Paparazzi, but Enigma has been caught. Will proc and not get the blink away. Will he live? He needs to be. He's a TP away. Will he get there? Yes, he will. Paparazzi Hex to turn around. Just assembling that Aeon Disc at the perfect moment there. Enigma to be able to get that damage negation for 3 seconds, plus the Dispel, and can get that Blink Dagger off and Blink TP away to safety. Certainly would have lived if he tried to run, so the TP was the right call. 4 heroes, XtremeGaming, they're now facing a Aegis on Ghost. Their base is vulnerable, the tier 4s have taken damage, 1 Rax has already fallen. This Bristleback, what do? Pulls him in. With the Chain Frost, it'll be a lot of damage. Can they kill him under the effect of the Midnight Pulse? It's not quite enough, and he'll heal back up. Has a cheese in the backpack as well. DD has spawned at bottom. Creeps are pushing in top lane. Double catapult wave, actually, and they'll TP back. So with Somnus showing on the wave, they'll know that it is a little safer to move out for XG. They are holding on to their tournament life by a thread right now. By a thread. Actually, Refresher being queued up for PA. He needs 2 BKB charges, 2 Abyssal Blades, 2 Nullifiers. It's not enough just to have the 1 at the moment. In the mid lane, X is caught out over on a Pugna. BKB does get out in time, but the bash! Kaka, he's on top of him. Sonic Wave catches down the 2. Phantom Blades, there's the big one, and the black hole comes out, but there's a second one, instantly cancels it with the golems. Oh no, XtremeGaming, it's 2 dead. Ghost is running, but he's got a second life if he needs it. He hasn't even died once. Buyback comes out from PA. Paparazzi's dead. Lich dead in the grave. There is a buyback from Enigma, but he's got no refresher. It's looking pretty much over at this point. Buyback from Enigma. Puts down the Wraith Pact. Will have a Midnight Pulse to chuck down on the front lines. What can he do? No BKB. Lau, this is it. This is the tournament. The Ancient, it's falling. Blink through Hex on a PA. He's got no way to get around it. Into the middle of the fight goes PYW, trying to make some space. Rolls away. Tries to help out his PA. But it's GG called. And it's RNG with the clean sweep 3-0. And will progress through to the International. TI11. XtremeGaming, though, they will get their chance in the last chance qualifiers.